This is slide 2 of our 90s 2000 unit, Conflicts at Home and Abroad. Let's get started by talking about a couple of the successes early on here of President Clinton. The first one is a gun control bill known as the Brady Bill. It would do a number of things, background checks, waiting periods, things like that. But this is, it's called the Brady Bill. It's named after Reagan's press secretary, James Brady. Here you see Brady in the picture. There's Clinton signing it. This is Brady. If you'll recall, during the Reagan assassination attempt, James Brady, as press secretary, was shot in the head, suffered some brain damage. He recovered, but was never quite right in his mind after that. Was paralyzed. He is present at the signing of this bill, and it gets named in his honor, a gun control law. So Clinton will sign the Brady Bill into law. He will also fix the economy, really rebounds during the later part of his first term here in office. It takes a little while to get going, but it does. He will pass the first budget deficit bill in a long time, reducing the federal deficit, passing balanced budgets. We hadn't had a lot of those in quite a while, certainly not under Reagan nor Bush. So Clinton will have some success with the economy. It does turn around under his leadership. But, however, right, because of some early failures, mainly the Health Care Reform Act, during the 1994 midterms, the Democrats are going to lose control of both House and the Senate to the Republicans. Okay? It will be the first time in 40 years since Eisenhower that the Republicans had controlled both houses of Congress. So if Clinton had trouble getting things done with a Democratic Congress, he's going to have even more trouble getting things done with a Republican Congress. And one of the reasons the Republicans are able to take over both houses of Congress is something called the Contract with America. Okay? It is led by Georgia representative, he was a congressman from Georgia, a man named Newt Gingrich, short for Newton. Here you see a picture of Gingrich, and here's the Contract with America here. This is basically all the Republicans running for Congress. Excuse me. Get together on the steps of Capitol Hill for this huge press conference. And they've drawn up a list of promises that they are all going to keep. If you elect me, I promise to do this. And it's a whole list of promises. And the Republicans make this contract with America. If you put us into power, if you put us into Congress, then we will do these things. And they had this huge ceremonial signing. All the candidates signed the contract with America. You see all the little flags waving in the background and everything there. It was a huge public relations stunt, but it works. Americans buy in, and Republicans win control of both houses of Congress for the first time since 1954. So, 40 years. The Republicans will sweep into power. And Newt Gingrich here will become the new Speaker of the House. So it's Clinton's new opponent here that he's going to have to figure out a way to work with. Okay. Now that gets us to 1996. Clinton will be nominated by the Democrats for re-election, and he is going to run against Kansas Senator Bob Dole. And here you see a picture of Clinton and Dole down here. Clinton will win an easy victory. He was pretty popular by this point. The economy had turned around. So Clinton will win an easy victory over Dole. Okay? This would make Clinton the first Democratic president to win re-election since Franklin Roosevelt at the end of World War II. No Democrat had won re-election since Franklin Roosevelt in 1944. So this is a big deal. Okay, this is a very big deal. Okay. Okay. Once he is reelected, okay, Clinton will sign a very controversial trade deal with China. The United States is once again doing business with the largest communist country on the planet. Okay, remember, communism has failed in the Soviet Union now. It's broken up. China is the most populous, largest communist country on earth, and we're now doing business with them. They are also the largest human rights abuser on the planet, and we're doing business with them. Good business sense, good for the economy, but a lot of people question whether the United States should be supporting China and its human rights abuses. So I will leave that up to you to decide, yes or no. Okay, let's finish here by talking about what's going on in Yugoslavia. Okay, this is the former Yugoslavia had broken up. Okay, as time goes on after World War II, Yugoslavia will fall apart into lots of smaller countries. Yugoslavia was doomed from the beginning. You're taking people from 8, 10 different ethnic backgrounds and telling them you're all now going to be one happy country. It never worked. Okay, this conflict is going to be a really bad one. Okay, ethnic conflicts raged throughout Bosnia, which is one of the new countries here created out of the former Yugoslavia. Okay, Serbian president. Serbia is another big country, or little country in the former Yugoslavia. Serbian president Slobodan Milosevic. Okay? And I'll let you press pause to copy down his name there. Good, I assume you're back. Slobodan Milosevic. You see his picture here in the bottom right-hand corner. He's president of Serbia. Okay? In 1995, the United States committed troops to a NATO peacekeeping force. Okay? Milosevic had ordered a new round of ethnic cleansing. Ethnic cleansing is when you try to wipe out another ethnic group because you believe you are superior to them. It's similar to genocide that we see in World War II with Hitler and so forth. But the ethnic cleansing here, Milosevic orders a new round of ethnic cleansing throughout the region, but particularly against the Bosnians and the Croats from Croatia. Okay? Eventually, things get so bad, okay, that the U.S. Would lead an air war against the Serbians, forcing Milosevic to accept NATO troops, ground troops in the region. Eventually, Milosevic will be arrested, but he will die in prison before he could be put on trial. Over 200,000 people were killed in the region. Many hundreds of thousands, more than that, fled the region, become refugees. A lot of them come to the United States. A lot of them come to Louisville, this region. There is a huge Bosnian population in Louisville that gets here mainly through an organization called Catholic Charities, who helped resettle a lot of the Bosnians fleeing from Serbian leader Slobodan Milosevic.